Hello and welcome to FXcast. This is our FXcast market analysis for Thursday, May 26, 2011. In each of our videos, we try to come up with high probability trading setups. We'll evaluate the gold chart, come up with a low volatility watch list, an insight bar watch list, and review the economic calendar to see what could affect our open and potential new trades. Let's pull up the charts. We are starting off with our gold chart. And we're basically seeing a continuation of our bounce off the uptrend line and the 50 moving average. What we're seeing though is a little indecision, a little pausing at our previous resistance line. And so you can see we drew in this red line here, and this candle here went up and wicked here, came back. This candle here from Tuesday went here and closed. Wednesday's candle doji here, so there's definitely some indecision going on here. I mean, you almost could go ahead and bracket this one way or the other and trade the break to the upside. Now, when we come over to the market profile on the hourly, we can see that we have tight congestion, a lot of volume right in here, and you don't really get above that until around 126, 1526, 1527. And where's our wick? Our wick is at 1530. So I mean that still gives us some room in here, where the sellers took control and brought it back down. But we can see all of this volume support even as we look a little bit to the left. So it should hold up here. There's a ton of volume support. But I would still put an alert below today's wick just to see what's going on. But definitely a doji at a key support resistance that is indecision, that is a key to see who's going to take control tomorrow, the buyers or the sellers. Now, as we compare this to some of our currency pairs, starting with the pound dollar, we can see the strength of the pound dollar coming back in here. Now, today was GP for the pound in Germany, so certainly there might have been some things going on here, but the strong, what you could have said was a downtrend out of this breakout here is certainly over, and now we've come up to the 20 moving average. So the question here is going to be, can the buyers continue this control and move it higher, or as we've been speaking about, are we going to come back down to this consolidation bottom that has been here since January? We've seen an aggressive up move, or not aggressive, but we have 2 days of strong up pressure into the moving average, and so we'll see what happens. But one thing to notice is that bounced, and then we had really a lot of not respecting of the moving averages as support or resistance. We got it a little bit, and then we traded right through it, traded right through it, traded right through it, traded right through it, traded right through it. And so here we are. Now we are pausing at it, so it's going to be interesting to see how the market responds to that. When we bring up our market profile, we can see, where the market just really shot up once we got up into around 16185. So what's important to note about this is that if we come back down here to about 16260, if we break down here again, there's a high probability that we'll just cycle right back down to this volume support because of the light volume vacuum that's in between where we are now and where we started the day off at. Okay, now we have gold and the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar not showing that strength that the pound dollar was, which is interesting because the pound dollar was weaker and moved down quicker than the Aussie dollar, but now the Aussie dollar is showing a little weakness. We've got this falling 3 type pattern sitting at the 50 moving average, and when we line up our candle, we can see here's our big push down, some of volume, but our inside bar had a lot of volume too, and then now our continuation candle has even lighter volume. So if I was just reading volume, I would say the buyers are winning, the buyers are taking control back, and we may see a bounce here. But as you can see, I'm watching this channel to see what's going to happen, and I'm also watching this support line to see what happens here. So right now, the buyers have found value each time the sellers push it down. When we bring up our market profile, we can see a lot of congestion. Unlike the pound dollar, we don't have, a big move with volume support at the bottom and volume resistance at the top. We have all the volume basically right in the middle. And so the good news again, it says that the buyers found value and brought it right back up. And now the sellers have to make their mind if they want to try and test the confidence of the buyers by pushing it down again. So this is one I would sit on hands and let the pattern play out. The last one that we're going to compare with gold is the euro dollar. And this has probably been the weakest out of all three, the Aussie dollar, the pound dollar, and the euro dollar. And you can see we've now made ourselves into a descending wedge type pattern, sort of a falling three pattern here. And when we look at the volume here, we've got strong volume here, increased volume the next day, but then our inside bar has volume. What is good is that our third candle here has strong volume too. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. I mean, we're at support. Let's pull up our profile. And look at that. That shows you a lot of congestion. So there was a lot of volume traded today. A lot of volume traded today. And you look at yesterday, you can see where we are. So there's definitely a lot of congestion, and no one really has control. It's not, where I thought the buyers might have a little control on the dollar. This one, I don't think either do. I think and thus we have sort of a doji candle here. So I'm still watching this descending wedge, see which way it breaks out, and I'll trade the breakout. Looking at is the pound franc. It's on a daily chart and obviously in a downtrend, and we have a descending wedge, and we have formed sort of a shelf, a lot of wicks here at this 14165 price level. So, and the reason we don't have targets is that we will be making new lows here. So we want to be aware that if we break below 14165, we could be making new lows. The euro franc already did that yesterday, or the prior trading session, so we might see a follow through here with the pound franc. Okay, so we're watching the pound franc, and this is one of our lovely descending wedge patterns we can draw down here. And draw our horizontal line right in there. So you can kind of see what we're watching here. Obviously, we're in a downtrend. Right now, we don't have anyone really in control. When we come over to market profile, we can see a ton of congestion, just a ton of congestion. The point of control is at 1.4193. And so we're just going to watch, see if it breaks down. Now, notice that our initial couple wicks here, buyers did find value. So there is some value here for buyers, and that's what's going on here. But we're going to watch for a break of 14165 to the downside, and then probably won't trade to break to the upside, but it certainly is important to note that we can break to the upside around probably 1.4295. We have a second pound trade, the pound yen, and we've been watching this one for a while also, and we have broken above the downtrend line, so we wanted to go ahead and try to trade. If you're not already in, as we talked about the past couple of days, we do think there's a continuation trade to take advantage in the next trading session, getting above 65. Now, we're going real conservative with that 65 entry, and therefore there's a short first target, but there's a longer target when we get to the top of the next consolidation. Some more people are going to be aggressive and get in now, but there are some wicks to be concerned with. Let's pull up the charts and take a look. Okay, so the pound yen, which we've been watching for days, we were watching the descending wedge, we watched a triangle, and then with today's session, we did get the breakout to the upside, and with the new session coming in right now, it is trying to stay above the 50 moving average, which is important. And we can see the 50 moving average is around 133.25. And when we come over to our point of control, we can see that it's basically at 133.30. So there is a lot of volume to try to keep us above that 50 moving average. So the other thing to note is come back to our daily, and we can see the volume as we moved higher. The volume has come in to as we moved higher. So good. So we have an uptrend with volume. So that is confirmation. So I sort of like this. Now, where can we go from here? Let's draw out a couple things here. Let's see what happens when we do this. So that 135.33 probably would be my target. This may be a sit and hold. We'll see what this new candle brings. In our low volatility watch list, we have the pound, dollar, the euro yen, the dollar yen, and the dollar Canadian. Our inside bar watch list is the euro dollar. Let's pull these up and take a quick look. Okay, so for our low volatility, we can kind of see that on our hourly, we have a little zone here. And that is our low volatility range that we can trade to break out of. I believe the next one was the euro yen. We could easily see this one. This one you can go with the low volatility channel, but you also can see there's also this downtrend line, uptrend line. So there's this wedge going on here that we need to break ourselves out of one way or the other. Also in our low volatility, we had the dollar Canadian. Another one, not only this one's also a little vertical that we can go. Actually, for the resistance, we probably could just go with this. And the last one is the the dollar yen, and another one, just all this volume is just accumulating that we are watching for the breakout. Now the inside bar was the euro dollar, and on the daily we can see right there's the inside bar. The main thing about this is just we marked a high and a low. This is 2 days in a row that we have the euro dollar on our inside bar. And actually, let's see, if I go back to here and take this back to the daily, we can see that the euro yen is also an inside bar. As we pull up the economic calendar, we can see the first thing that jumps out at me is the GDP for the States. And you know, we've already had Germany, we've had the pound, so another GDP statement. And then right after that, we have the initial jobless claims, or more people filing for unemployment. And coming down, we have some inflation data for the yen with CPI. So, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. And of course, we still want to receive your questions. You can email us at analysis@fxcast.com or post to the forum. But if you email us, we can email you back directly with our answers. And again, we want to share those questions as a part of our video. So again, email us at analysis@fxcast.com. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.